Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Katie, and I'm reading the Akashic Records and channeling the highest light Reiki energy for the July 2022 collective energies. And I'm also bringing in a painting, which is an energetic painting. So watching it, you can also receive that Reiki energy and just learn about whatever I observed and tapped into in the Akashic Records. So at first I saw a large column of light, really shining bright, and the message was coming in: be in your light. You are a child of God. Play in it, dance in it, destroy in it, create in it. This is a time of change. I see people in these columns of light. Each person has their own, and each person is spinning and vibrating in the light, and then they take off. Basically, they can fly around. These like little vehicles fly around in the sky, and then as they do that, they can shine their light onto different areas that need attention. So it feels like the wayshowers are gaining momentum. People that are kind of showing what's leading the way, giving information, and will start to come into their skills towards mastery and being able to help humanity, sharing that light. So waking up these pockets, sending them light. It's like grid work in a way, going around reorganizing the earth grid so that they can become more light-filled. It is already light-filled, the earth, Gaia, but it's the people that are still needing that support. So it's like these old ways of doing things, almost like barbaric or animalistic. They need to be upgraded to a higher level of consciousness. So I saw a gorilla picking an apple from a tree, and it makes me think of a lot of things, but I quickly associated it with the Garden of Eden and picking the apple as almost the sin, but it's also moving into a different state of consciousness potentially. So that is moving into these higher states, that it's a choice, it's a time for that, basically, is what the message felt like was coming through. And I do my best to translate. So these are like lower levels of consciousness are ready to start moving into these higher states. It's time is the message. Soul families are coming together and connecting. I see teams of people, little light beams, finding their connections more, camaraderie, being able to do this work with more confidence and clarity. And I see a big wave, almost like a tidal wave coming in. And I hear people screaming, and just like it's like there are responses here. It's almost like an energetic wave though coming in. People are getting pulled into the wave, and it feels like a loss of control. And then they get spun into this water spiral. And they're held down, almost like a descending sensation, but then they're spinning around in the water, and they're spinning clockwise, and then they're getting spit back out, bursting back out, and they come off totally different in a totally different states. So it could be an energetic experience that feels like being taken over or losing control in this wave of energy, but it's really just expanding you out into something new. And then those people that are getting pulled into the wave and spout out, they start to have their own light beams after that. There's all these people in the sky and in their vehicles, almost just observing, working, helping. It's very peaceful. It feels like there's a lot of guardians. Each individual is floating there in their little ship, like a Merkaba. It's a very somatic experience. I feel I need, as I was doing the reading, I was moving a lot. So it had a lot of momentum. It's like a lot coming in about looking at our edges, looking at the things that maybe are our blind spots. I feel some activation in the spine, some of that, kind of Kundalini energy wanting to move up and break through. And then I see a rainbow, and there's this blissful thing going on. It feels like access to the higher dimension. Like we're in it, but it's going to be tumultuous, maybe stormy, clunky, a clunky kind of way to get there. So it might feel a bit clunky because of the juxtaposition. Polarity is going to stand out even more. We're going to see it. It could be really strong. I see people dumbfounded, like, what is going on? What am I doing? Questioning, doubting, a lot of confusion, stress on the body. It's about regulation though. Really find what regulates you, and you'll start knowing what it is because you'll have to use something. It's getting to the point you're going to have to. It's not about holding on tight because you're learning new ways, but it's about finding new ways to regulate the nervous system, to manage it, and honor it. So that will be what's really showing up, is like nervous system reactions, panic, energy, disorientation. So working with the pressure points, being able to use tapping, pressure points, bilateral stimulation, EFT, emotional freedom technique. Acupuncture will be useful. Energy work, energy hygiene, doing what you can to rest, to slow down, to soften, to take it all in, to integrate all that's been coming in and will continue to come in even stronger. We're just gearing up. And there's a community of healers, light workers that are just here feeling more and more secure in what they're doing, ready, jumping up and showing and remembering, and the collective too. And it's like that's maybe being understood a little bit more, or at least a curiosity around it, around what's going on. There's a stepping towards unity consciousness, some steps towards it that might not be evident that's happening, but that is happening energetically. And I see a pyramid now, and then I feel like I'm seeing stuff with the hospital. So people come into the hospital, but it's not going to be so much for physical health issues. Might be confusing because some people won't know that it's actually spiritual. So that's why there will be a little bit more curiosity or connection with the spiritual healing alternative modes of healing. Maybe even more acceptance around that because people are snapping a little bit. Like I did also see a lone wolf coming around helping people. And there's a sense of breaking open even deeper. The crack is getting stronger, and I see a crack in the earth and a crack in all of us. And that's where the light is shining in. It's like a lightning bolt, and it fits perfectly like a puzzle into the crack that is opening inside of us. So, light comes out when it cracks open, and then the light comes through. So take your time, take it slow. Know this is happening. You're not doing anything wrong. A lot of, there's like a lot of heat coming in, and, it's about connecting more with the body, really getting in touch with what the nervous system needs, talking to it, using tools. So tapping, somatic work, all that will be helpful at this time. Hope this is helpful for you in some way. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll be back soon.